Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 9th episode of Mahoutsukai Precure. And last episode, we got to make friends with a couple of unicorns. Pegasus. Pegasi. Pegasi is the plural for Pegasus, I think we discovered in that episode. If the subtitles are to be believed, then why would we ever doubt them? So, yeah, after we met up with them, we saved them and actually successfully got our picture and our stamp, more importantly, which leaves just one stamp left of our remedial lessons. And once we've got that, I'm not quite sure where the show goes, but I'm eager to find out. So, let's see what we end up doing this episode, what causes us to get our next stamp, and hopefully it's a fun adventure. So, 3, 2, 1, play. So I've heard. They will what? Not sure I like the tone that was set in. I mean, that's not super surprising. Just last episode, we had a Linkle stone discovered. Suki. Now, if it was the Emerald, that would be surprising. But maybe that's what they were talking about. Maybe. Okay. I just love the look of mild confusion Mirai has in the background. Like, huh, this is a place we're at. It's got stuff in it. How weird. Still love this opening. Really? Wow, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. That's cute. Whatever works, whatever you gotta do. They're playing together. So we are planning on going back. We're not gonna separate, are we? Is that what they were trying to say earlier? We can't split up. So, yeah, what do we do? Because I don't... I don't think Riko would want to quit her Magic Academy stuff, but... But we can't separate. There is a question mark, though, so it's not set in stone. Oh. Jesus, what was that? That wasn't a bloom, that was a scream of death. Bikuribana. That was a weird flower. Oh. Really? Like a face-off, like a duel? Don't die. So, the teacher tries to forcibly bloom the girl's flower that they had to protect. Well, damn, let's do our best, girls. Oh, so it's not against him. I knew it, Liz. I knew it. I didn't have any basis for it, but I knew it. I would expect no difference. Good luck, have fun, guys. Yeah. Man, she is still beautiful, isn't she? Mirai is not one to be discouraged, though. Let's go. Yeah, Rico looks significantly less confident. But that's to be expected. You just imagine him falling into it. Oh, there's Batty. It could appear, or it could not. But you guys keep on hoping, don't you? All right. Be sure to protect your flowers from Liz. Well, that was close. Yeah, that was quite bold. Got a Leroy Jenkins over here. Well, it's really not, though. But yeah, Nico, you need to talk to her about this. For sure. Your eyes are literally closed right now. Okay, there we go. I think that was a yes. She just sounds so unconcerned, like this battle's just a casual walk in the park for her. Good to hear. But can you make your sensei's flower bloom? Love how everyone's trying to be so much more confident and doing their best. It's not gonna work, though. Yeah. She's not gonna go down that easy. Or are they gonna make each other's flower bloom? Well, I guess it means 2 down. Oh no, watch your back. We're losing our numbers. Quick, guys, we gotta do something. Well, our 2 main characters are left, so it's not over yet. What if we're allowed to use Precureness in this battle? Probably not, but that would make it a lot easier. Ooh, that was pretty close too. Really should hold on to that. Okay, Rico. Glad to have you here. Yeah, we are a team. Let's work together. You know, utilize the values we've learned through these lessons. Stop just rushing ahead. Ooh, she used Bubble Beam. Well, come on, guys. Wasn't even that strong of an attack. At least she's not giving up. And here it begins. It's really not the time or the place to talk about this, though. Yeah, that's why it matters to her, because it matters to Rico. Distracting herself. Yeah. I still love you, Rico. Never change. I would be just fine either way. That's what we're here for. Now that we should be more in sync, we should have a chance. Because we technically outnumber her, at least. That's something. Like your only advantage. Somebody lose a broom? Or they're probably riding the same broom now. She's just hanging on. Not quite how I pictured it, but I guess it works. There we go, that's what I was picturing. We're riding a broom together. Good thing I can support a lot of weight. Just ram into her. I can't quite tell what happened, but hopefully we just won? Question mark? It's like one of those samurai things, you know, you cross blades and one eventually drops. And we won! Yes! I knew we could do it. We made Sensei's flower bloom together. Told you we had this. I think that's what it means. You just kiss Mofu. No, there's no hard feelings, Sensei. And our final little stamp. Now we can go to second year. And just like that, to ruin it, always. At least wait till the exam was over, because that's kind of considerate. Is that a freaking moth? Yeah, we kind of needed those. Everyone's watching, so we can't even just precure it, can we? I know, I guess we're gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I thought that was red, so we are going for the ruby. I am okay with this. Burn that thing to the ground. Man, this is such a gorgeous transformation. Like, could you imagine how much time it would take to make this? Even like a ring of fire around them, it looks like. And then one final fire explosion in the background. So now you're in trouble. So I guess everyone else was just like far enough away where they couldn't see it. So that's good. But didn't we have like some sort of Linklestone reaction at the beginning of the episode? I thought they mentioned that. Oof. Only 2 of us, sir. That is all we need. We have the power of friendship and bonds and teamwork and everything on our side. Although this is quite heavy. Yeah, we've dealt with things more dangerous than you. You tell him. Now throw this thing back to whence it came. Nani? So they just somehow miss a transformation. At least you get to see him be cool. That's something, even if they miss the transformation itself. And now you're in trouble. I love when they put the Crimson Passion in those hands. Oh, Linkle. The hearts, the fire, the passion. You just can't handle it. Because you're evil. That one little glance was actually really cute. That's a look at somebody that knows they're in trouble. And put a nice bow on it. Man, the visuals are just insane. Yeah, I have no sympathy for you. You get wrecked. Nobody likes you. And yes, looks like our papers are intact. Although, maybe not. Mofu's kind of concerned there. I like it, we're still holding hands. I think we were through the entirety of the battle. That is actually a beautiful, beautiful sight. The rainbow quite fitting. And now it's, yeah, time to go home. Guess not everyone can sneak out as well as Rico. Definitely. We'll see each other again someday. I'll do my best. So where's Rico? I don't see her. Oh, oh wow, little costume for Mofu. That's really, really nice. Yes, thank you, somebody, for bringing that up. Just can't just not say goodbye. Although, if she was here, I might start crying, but... So she got the baby, I guess. At least we have that picture. It's such a nice picture. So we are talking about this now. You didn't finish the sentence. It's just so wrong seeing them separated. I don't like it. Riko should be on the other side of her, but she's not. Don't start crying. Don't start crying, Mirai. Because I'm doing my best not to. Don't cry on the picture. Please tell me you see Riko flying to us on a broom. And yes, that is exactly what Mofu sees. And she brought the baby. Now fly through that window and give her a hug. Yes, we can't be separated. That's just a silly notion. Now get in there. Get in the train before it gets too far ahead. Grab the hand, Riko. Quickly before you fall. There we go. I got you. And now we're not letting you escape again, so. And there we go. I was hoping for it. Thank you for giving it to me, Mirai. Riko, how could you ever think we could be separated? I love how Riko says I love you too. And there we go. The show is trying to worry me a little bit, but Riko came through in the end. But that scene before she showed up, it really hurt a lot because, yeah, I definitely remember them going there together, and you know, it looked like a similar scene to that, except with just Mirai. So it really just made you feel the absence of Riko, and it hurt a lot. I'm glad she showed up. Because it really did feel wrong to have them separated. Like, they're always together in this show. So, now we're going to the non-magic world together. Which is kind of what I was hoping for. Seeing more of the Mirai side of things, you know? Maybe getting more of her life and her backstory and whatnot. So yeah, I think it's just a preview now, so... Yeah, that was the 9th episode of Mahoutsukai Precure. The episode almost felt like the end bit of like a one-core anime. It almost kind of felt like that. You know, everyone's ready to say their goodbyes and whatnot, and yeah, we reunite at the end. Like, it felt like a pretty important episode, but we still got a lot of episodes left, so that's interesting. Yeah, the episode itself, we had like one more task left to do for our final stamp, right? So we knew that going into it. It was just a matter of what they would end up doing, and what they ended up doing was pretty cool. You know, it was pretty like direct competition between the teacher and the students, right? At first, I thought he was talking about himself doing it, but no, we actually got Liz to do it, which is pretty great. And the battle itself was a matter of the teacher versus the 5 of them, and it wasn't like any kind of dangerous battle. It was just we had little flowers on our heads, and Bikuribana, I think they called it. Basically a flower that, when it blooms, it just like shrieks or whatever. It's a very weird flower, but it gets a point across. You know, I was a little bit like, almost like a paintball battle-ish, whereas it's like, tries to get fairly close to a battle, but, you know, no one's gonna die from a shot of it, you know? It's kind of like that, the magic to make the flowers bloom rather than any kind of lethal energy blast that would hurt you. So, very friendly way to do a battle, peaceful, you know, safe. Safe was the word I was looking for, right? So, yeah, of course, Riko wasn't the biggest fan of Liz being the one to do it, because, you know, there's still some stuff there. But Mirai, you know, was pretty gung-ho about the whole thing, right? However, there was definitely a little bit of an atmosphere, a veil of sadness on the episode because, you know, we knew we would most likely be going our separate ways because Mirai would want to go back home to the real... You want to call it the real world. It's the non-magic world. It's the non-magic world, and then presumably Riko would stay there and continue her studying at the Magical Academy, right? Go to be a second year. That's the whole point of the remedial lessons, you know, so she could do that, you know, not get kicked out of the school or anything. So Mirai, she's trying to be helpful, you know. Riko actually kind of took it the wrong way, it seems like, you know, thinking that Mirai's eager to get away from her and all that, which that definitely hurt to have her misunderstand that, right? Because it's so not true. What Mirai was actually thinking was she wanted to be helpful. Well, she was thinking two things. She wanted to be helpful to Riko, you know, help Riko pursue her dream, you know, become better at magic, become that second year magical student. And also, I think she mentions this, kind of mentioned wanting to almost distract herself from the fact that they're going to be separating, right? I think she mentioned something about that too. So once we actually talked through some of that stuff, we actually were able to be much better in sync and work together, right? Which makes sense. Although this wasn't really the time or place for that kind of discussion because we were in the middle of a battle, but at the same time, we kind of needed to do it at some points, and it needed to be done before we lost, right? So I guess in a way it sort of was the right time and place. Luckily we were up against a teacher in like a mock battle kind of thing, and you know, it wasn't an actual dangerous battle where the enemy wouldn't just calmly stand there and let you guys work things out, you know? So lucky for that. Although the enemy did eventually attack, but they did wait until after the exam, which was, I guess, kind of nice of them, sort of. Freaking Batty. I just really do not like Batty. Just not a very likable guy in my opinion. So, but yeah, he eventually showed up, and nothing too much to say about the fight. I think he used their exam papers as part of the concoction to make the bad guy thing that he makes. I don't remember what they're called, but you know, the skull face thing that they always make out of stuff that's around. Yeah, he made that. We defeated it. We used the power of the ruby to do so. We had our usual amazing visuals, all the sparkles and rose petals and fire. Just the visuals are so cool with the ruby. I love just the utilization of the fire and the rose petals and all that good stuff. Also, there was plenty of hand holding, of course, and I think they were still holding hands even by the end of the fights, which is, you know, that's ideal. So, yeah, I mean, although, of course, at this point, they were still both feeling sad because, regardless of having worked some stuff out, the fact that they were going to separate, that they still knew that, right? So, neither of them were too happy about that victory, really, because that was still a thing. And then we had our goodbye scene where Riko was very noticeably not there, which I was almost half glad for that because that would have made it much sadder because I knew Riko would get pretty emotional if she was there. And that's kind of, I think, the reason why she wasn't there, right? Because of how that would go. Riko's obviously Riko, you know, her tsundere-ish, you know, kind of character. She probably wouldn't want to look that way in front of other people. I think that's part of it. But so she just like sitting in the room, just being all sad. Eventually a quick talk with the headmaster though. She was off to go to meet back up with her, you know? There was talks of fate and whatnot. And I guess that got her to move forward. But before she showed up, we had to have this very sad scene of Mirai just sitting in that room all by herself. Just all by herself, being very sad. I'm glad that scene didn't last too long because I couldn't take too much more of it. So once we actually confirmed that through the window was in fact Riko on the broom to reunite with her, it was a very nice moment. I don't know why she didn't just fly through the window, honestly, but I guess it doesn't really matter too much. She got in there in the end, you know, we grabbed hands, we hugged, we had everything I could have hoped for in that scene, and we're together once again, and we get to go adventures in the non-magic world together, which should be quite fun. I wonder what we'll end up doing there, like, because all the Linko stones we've had so far have been found, like, in the magical area, right? So, will we find any Linkle Stones in the non-magical world? I wonder. I mean, we might. We might. But just love Riko. Just, you got Mirai just hugging her and she just like looking over to the side, you know, eyes closed. You know, like that's what I just said. Just, I don't know, Riko is just the best. I mean, them together is the best too. So, yeah, hopefully we do get to meet back up with our classmates here, because I think we became pretty good friends over the course of our remedial exam episodes. So, yeah, I'm sure we'll have a happy reunion with them at some point. And I do think that's everything I got to say on the episode. It was pretty great, you know. It had its sad moments, but it did have a happy end in the end, and now we get to go to the non-magic world together and hopefully have a pretty good time. Hopefully. Maybe we could maybe me and I could introduce Riko to some of her friends, you know? So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that goes, so we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.